Welcome to our Genius Hour presentations for 2017. I'm really excited to share with you some of the work our students have accomplished. Now first, let's talk a little bit. Why Genius Hour? Well, if you really think about it, today, learning is evolving. Creativity and problem solving are now at the crux of human achievement. We can look up information, and while it's important to know the background basics and understand things from the ground up, it's also really important to use our problem-solving skills and our creative genius to be able to solve real-world issues. That's at the middle of this entire process. If you think about it, when we are at work, a lot of the things that we do revolve around our skills. We don't necessarily come prepared with all of the knowledge we need to do our job. But if we possess certain characteristics and certain skills, we can be successful in all variety of circumstances. If you think about school, we know there is a better way as learning evolves. We have to change the way that times are changing. Memorizing facts, taking tests, things of this nature aren't going to be the way that people really advance in the future. The sage on the stage way of teaching, where some force gives us the knowledge that we then take away, is kind of disappearing. Shiny tricks with no real purpose are also not going to do anyone any favors. I mean, what good is being able to use PowerPoint or any tool like that if you're not actually trying to get something accomplished or affect real change? So that's where Genius Hour comes in. What if we could use something to teach students how to ask questions that Google can't answer, how to communicate effectively, how to manage their time, how to break tasks into little bits when something seems overwhelming, how to organize their resources or seek out community members for help whenever they need it. Wouldn't this be a powerful learning experience? Wouldn't this be more powerful even than something they could memorize and spit back? The answer is yes. And what if it was also based on a topic of their choice, so students can take real ownership of their projects? This indeed could be really powerful learning. And this is what welcomes us to Genius Hour. Genius Hour is based on a concept that was invented by Google. They allow their employees to spend a portion of their time creating something as long as it advances the company. So, if we allow our students to spend a portion of their time on a project of choice, would they advance their knowledge? Would they learn how to ask a question, do some research, have some kind of outcome? And those were the only requirements for our Genius Hour projects. They had to have some kind of inquiry, some way to learn a little bit about it so they knew what they didn't know, and then have some kind of outcome that they could go ahead and share globally. That was the important part of this presentation. Some important skills that they acquired along the way are: when do they ask for help? Especially with gifted students, they often aren't comfortable asking for help or don't know where to go. So being able to struggle in front of authority, like a boss or a teacher, becomes a really important skill. Being able to come and ask for help isn't something that comes naturally to some people, so this is an important thing that kids had to learn. Asking themselves, is this the right approach? Am I asking the right question? Is also really important, because if you think about the jobs that we have, that's all of what we do at work as adults. Someone gives us a task, we have to figure out if we're making the right approach. And if we aren't, we have to figure out a way to change that. Are we giving kids the flexible skills that they need to be able to succeed? So with these passion projects during this Genius Hour time, the focus was on process skills and being able to take risks. So even if students didn't have the outcome they expected, they're still setting themselves up for future success because they have the soft skills in place to be able to ask the right questions, look for information that others have already found, and then come up with some kind of an outcome. The beauty of the Genius Hour passion projects is that any student can do them, and you can start now. Give students some choice and autonomy over what they do. Give them some flexibility over their outcomes and allow them to take off and really show you what they're capable of doing. As we learn to follow our passions, we can do anything, and this is one of the most important skills that we can teach our students. So welcome to our presentations, and I hope you enjoy them.
Created using Powtoon.